question is, what are the basic ingredients that people should add to juices? And again, you know, it depends on the person and what is it that they are trying to accomplish. You know, so detoxes are tailor-made towards different situations and so on. And we're individuals. We have different likes and dislikes, different idiosyncrasies. So if I were to generally speak, then I would say if you blend a local fruit, whatever that fruit is, in coconut water, you know, and if it's not too citric with a little lime, you have a juice right there. If you want it to increase your circulation, then you can add some ginger, or you can add some bird pepper. The amount of pepper, of course, you add must be such that you taste it, but it doesn't burn you. Okay, so subtle dosage. Or another juice which is important, I think, for people to make when you're detoxing is a green juice. You know, whenever we see the color green, we're talking right there about calcium, we're talking about iron, we're talking about magnesium, we're talking about alkalizing your body. You know, chlorophyll is very important. You know, it's almost like the hemoglobin in our blood, you know, and it's good to help to build up our blood, you know. So if you have a low blood count scenario and so on, you definitely want to turn to some green juices. So how do we make a green juice? All right, so firstly you choose a base, and the base can be coconut water, or it can be some other juice like extracted carrot juice. It can be extracted cucumber juice if you don't want a sweet sensation, or if you want your green juice to have that fruitalicious kind of thing, you could add a fruit to it, like pineapple is great, you know, orange juice can also be great, you know. So after you choose your base, then you want to add a little ginger, you know, because ginger really vastly helps to improve the taste of a green juice. And then you choose your green, and we have so many greens to choose from, but the one I tell most people to go after is moringa, you know, because the leaves of moringa are extremely high in chlorophyll, you know, so they're extremely beneficial. They really give your green juice a powerful greening, and they also taste good, okay? So little bit of moringa leaves with your ginger and your base. And then you can always add a herb too to just kind of give it an accent. It could be celery, you know, it could be parsley, it could be mint, it could be rosemary, it could be lemongrass, you know. So, you know, and once you have that there, you know, you blend and you strain and you're good to go. If you use a coconut water base, then you probably want to add a little citrus or a little lime to just help to make that coconut water base taste better. Same thing applies to cucumber. If you use cucumber as a base, you want a little lime. Certainly if you use pineapple juice or orange juice as your base, then you don't need any lime, right? Then another juice that is useful to make is a juice with aloe. You know, aloe vera, or Cinque Bible as we know in Jamaica, is healing. It has 3 layers, yeah? The outermost layer is a good source of fiber, so if you blend it with the skin, you get that benefit of the fiber, which helps to move stuff in your gut, and it also has in a good amount of chlorophyll. But right below that outermost layer is a corrugated layer, which produces a yellow latex or stain. And it's this yellow latex or stain that confers the bitter principle in the aloe. So if you don't want your aloe to be bitter, you peel off the skin, wash off that yellow layer, and then you have this gel. Now, I must say that that bitter principle is a laxative. So if you're constipated, you do want to just blend skin and all into your grapefruit juice if you want to hide the bitterness, you know, and or some other citric juice, you know, and get the benefits of that laxative property. But if you're not constipated, then you can comfortably peel off that aloe, and then you get down to the gel. Now, the gel itself is a great source of fiber, but it's also a great source of anti-inflammatories. And the anti-inflammatory here is called ismanon. And let's just understand first of all, that our anti-inflammatories from nature work very different from anti-inflammatory tablets, steroids, and so on, which puts an axe into the inflammatory process. Now, we don't ideally want to do that because inflammation is nothing more than the body's attempt at healing and assault. It can be defined also as the immune system's response to an attack on the body. So inflammation is not really per se a bad thing. It is a response of the body to try to heal. So if you just put an axe in that, then it immediately begs the question, how is the body then supposed to heal this? Right? What then is the body's recourse? Okay? And you certainly would not have dealt with the root of the problem, which is whatever it is that led to the need for the body to stage the inflammatory process. The anti-inflammatories in nature, on the other hand, contain high concentrations of substances called antioxidants. And these antioxidants neutralize free radicals. And usually inflammation is preceded by free radical accumulation in the body. If you're stressed, free radicals are formed. You eat wrongly, free radicals are formed. You lack sleep, free radicals are formed, and so on. So we need these antioxidants, to neutralize the free radicals and thus suppress the need for the body to having to go through an inflammatory process. So the turmeric, for example, the guinea hen weed, all these are anti-inflammatories. They are working not by putting an axe in the body's need to stage inflammation, but by treating some of the very things that calls upon the body for the need to start the inflammatory process. So you can blend your aloe, with a little mint, to make it taste nice in a little coconut water. And once you have rinsed off that bitter principle, it just tastes like some nice, tasty, minty coconut water, which is very refreshing. Or you can blend some grapefruit juice with the aloe, especially if you're going to have to blend the skin inside of it. What we also do is we also draw on the cactus, tuna, Opuntia tuna, which is something a lot of country people tend to use to wash their hair. But it's excellent, as an anti-inflammatory also. So just cutting a piece of tuna with the aloe, and blending in coconut water does nothing to change the flavor because the tuna really has no flavor. So it's just a pleasant drink, and then you get two anti-inflammatories working together, to deal with so many conditions which are based on inflammation. And then, as I said, they are meal replacers, because one of the things that happen on a detox is that people get hungry, and it's not that they can't, as I said, eat foods, but the type of foods that they may be craving for, the meats, the rice and peas and the crackers and the cookies and the snack items and so on. No, right? We went through why already. So, essentially you want to be able to, have a meal replacer there that just sort of quiets the body down and fills you up without compromising your cleansing or your healing. And we draw on things like the coconut meat, and as I said, nuts which are pre-soaked, raw of course, and make milks out of them. So, after detox is a process of rebuilding, where we now start to eat very, very healthy foods, the healthiest that we can put our hands on. We keep the exercise there and so on, and we try and develop the healthiest possible lifestyle, which is still not us necessarily, but it's just the process that immediately follows the detox. And during that process, you're sort of saying to yourself, oh, I like this one, so I'll keep this, I'll run with this. Oh, well, that one I can leave that one behind, and so on and so forth. And then there would have been some good stuff that you started with before you did the detox that keeps you alive. You're going to carry those too with you when you're moving into the next step, which is maintenance, by the way. So in your maintenance, you're carrying the things from the detox which you enjoyed with the good things you used to enjoy before. But there's some of those bad things which you find absolutely essential, you may carry them with you on your transformative path as well. Yeah, there are some things that some people say, oh, I can't let go this one. So you can legitimately carry it, but then you carry it in the context of a healthier lifestyle and healthier foods. So for example, if you want to say, okay, boy, I can't leave out that piece of pork or what have you. So then you ask yourself, okay, that's fine, but what does this mean? Are you going to exercise 15 minutes more every day to just sort of help the body to flush out the residues? Or are you going to maybe just take a day out of your week to do raw, where you have salads and fruits and juices and so on? So it's all about balance. You know, there's nothing in the literature that says that healthy foods or a healthy diet needs to contain only healthy foods. It's about balance, you know, and remembering also that, you know, it's not just about what you eat. It's about what is eating, it's about the exercise, and all of these things coming together to create a wholesome experience.